for the first time ever in the history of Serbia, had a public hearing on constitutional amendments to address the issue of judiciary. Venice Commission actually gave us flying colors on our proposal for the amendments of the Constitution. What happened? When we started the referendum campaign, civil society in Serbia, by far and large, asked people to vote no. Why? Because they said that if Aleksandar Vučić and SNS will bring us independent judiciary, we are against independent judiciary. Tomorrow, if we said, you know, we can join the EU tomorrow, you would probably say, I don't want Aleksandar Vučić to take me to the EU. I'm against the EU path. That is the problem with Serbia, the polarization and the lack of national consensus. We will never advance unless we change that. EU cannot help us with that. We need to change ourselves. On the second question on the youth and that I'm architect, that I said I'm architect of pro-EU sentiment, I'm certainly not the architect of pro-EU sentiment. The pro-EU sentiment in Serbia came way before I even joined politics. I do not believe, to be perfectly honest, that all of the youth that is protesting in the streets of Serbia are pro-EU. I do not believe that. And I'll tell you why. The last big rally that they had was on 28th of June, Vidovdan. You know what they chanted for President Aleksandar Vučić? Traitor. Traitor and treason. Why? Well, when you look at the draft program that they have, look at the part on Kosovo and Metohija. They said that if they ever come to power, that they will actually charge President Aleksandar Vučić with high treason, because he accepted the Brussels Agreement, stood behind Brussels Agreement, is still insisting that the Brussels Agreement should be implemented, signed the Washington Agreement, that was the agreement of economic normalization between Belgrade and Pristina, not political, economic.
Could you?
Yes. So that is one thing that says to me that it's not really pro-EU. Is it pro-EU that you burn the offices of any political parties? No, it's not European value. That is what has happened. They burned our offices in 2 cities. Yes, I think it's an act of terrorism. They came in front of private homes of public officials where their children live to threaten them. How is that a European value? How is that fair?
That's spinning, sorry.
And finally, we had in Serbia student protests before. Biggest protests were 1997 against Slobodan Milošević. But never ever before did we have students who banned other students from studying or entering their faculties. I also don't think that's a European value.
That's all
Thank you.
spinning, sorry.